Hello there, I'm Natasha Koo, the founder of Feminine Space, and welcome to day 18 of this beautiful journey as we redefine womanhood for ourselves. And today we're going to be talking all about how we can find a support system. How can we surround ourselves with really positive people who actually are encouraging and supporting us to make those courageous decisions and to begin to make beautiful changes in our lives. So let's dive straight in. In the last two videos, I talked all about how we can deal with these big changes in our lives. When something transformative is happening but we're unsure, fear might come up, we might resist that change, or we might be finding it really difficult to move along and to shift with what's happening in our life, especially when we're holding on to an idea of who we should be, right? And holding on to the thought that things have to be a certain way. So there's a lot to change, and there's many experiences that we can have, especially emotionally, that may come up when we are going through transformations in our lives. So this video is to cover another aspect of it, which is all about support and the people around you when you are looking forward to make your life something that feels more right for you, when you are realigning the things in your life so that you're in the center of it, so that it actually comes from your authentic desires and from your heart. And when that is happening and when the shifts are happening, what you might find is that people, your close friend circles, your colleagues, your family, when they really got along with you before, or you had a pretty good relationship with these people, this network around you in the past, if things are shifting in a really dramatic way, or if your worldview is changing, then you might begin to notice that people may react differently to you. So if you are, changing your career path completely, your loved ones might really, worry about you, might give you advice, might try to kind of help you in their kind of sense, keep you where you are, keep you in the place that for them feels really secure and safe and comfortable. And something you might also feel is that other people who may not be introduced or have any previous experience with feeling the power within themselves and finding the answers from within themselves and making peace with the past and releasing what no longer serves them. If these are the type of things that your close network don't know, aren't familiar with, is foreign to, then you might receive resistance from those around you simply because they have no past experience, they don't know what's going on, and they might feel out of control. So in this sense, if you're embarking on a new project, if you're already in a very sensitive place, emotionally, energetically, then you might find these tensions in your past relationships to be another hurdle, another thing that makes the change even more difficult. And I've seen that, right? I've seen clients who just had to leave certain people behind. Maybe the relationship dynamic has changed, where before they could talk about everything, but now there are certain topics where it just dives in such a deep level that not everyone is open to talking about that and being vulnerable and feeling all of that. So that's one of the things that you can expect. Maybe it does not happen, depends on who's around you and what really you're going through, but that is something that can happen. So don't be alarmed if it does. It simply means that as the changes are new to you, so are the changes that the people around you are also witnessing, and they simply just don't know how to deal with that. And what if you begin to feel more and more isolated in this sense? You start to feel like your colleagues, your family, your friends aren't really supporting you the way that you want them to. And maybe you've made a really big decision, right? You're making those courageous choices, you're taking those steps forward, yet you feel like no one has your back, no one's there to cheer you on, and you feel alone, you feel isolated in this process of transformation. So for me, it is really important that we do have people around us who can believe in us as much or even more than we do. Because if we have that kind of support system, we can help one another, we understand one another's journeys, and we can, from this place of understanding and connection, help one another. And just that feeling, just that connection is enough for us to keep going, to have someone to talk to feel like we're not the only one going through this, because you're not. Even if the people near you may not understand what you're going through, there are people out there who do. So it's one of my biggest suggestions to find your tribe and to find people who get it. And how do you go about doing that? Well, it depends on what you're going through, right? But if you're watching this video, most likely you're into sisterhood, you're into finding out who you are as a woman, you're into discovering, that power within you, to reclaim that, to feel empowered again, to feel alive again. And for me, I've created the femininetribe.com community. It's a free Facebook group, a closed group, so that whatever is posted there, whatever is shared there, it stays within that space. So it's private, it feels like a sanctuary. And so for me, as a coach, even though I work one-on-one with clients, it's important for me to hold that space in a greater sense for everyone, so that they do have a place to come home to be themselves, to share what they're going through, to see others going through the same things, and know that it's okay whatever they are feeling. So that's one thing you can do, is to join femininetribe.com. It's just a closed Facebook group, but it's unimaginable how much understanding and connection and how much of love we can actually give to one another, even in an online space. And another thing you can do is to begin to, as you dive into this process, if you meet people who you feel like are on a similar journey, start talking about it, right? Open up yourself to what's happening. When you're ready, begin talking about it, and those who are in that same place, they'll show up in your life. There'll be people there just to support you in your life. So be open to meeting new people, be open to going to new events that might even help you in your growth. Maybe you meet, your tribe at a retreat. So for me, growth, yes, it can be something that we do on our own, but it's even more powerful when we do it together and we're able to learn from one another. And that's one of the reasons why I also have the group coaching, just so I can share the wisdom of all my clients, of all the sisters, so we can grow together. And there's a lot to that. You can feel the depth of someone's peace, of their love, of their forgiveness, just by witnessing it in another person. So don't be afraid to share even the most vulnerable moments with other people, and make, finding that tribe, having those people around you, a priority. And I want to emphasize here that the point is not to change the people who are currently in your life, to make them and to convince them to believe that what you're doing is right or is correct, or that, this is the right thing and that they should do the same, or that they must understand it. Fact is, we can't change what people think, we can't change how they feel, and that is not in our power to shift and to manage. So if you're finding that, every time you bring up the topic of your growth, every time you bring up, the opportunity to do something else or to go for that dream of yours, and you're always, hit with resistance or negativity, or people are questioning you, really grilling you, trying to persuade you in a different direction, when you know that just feels right and that's what you should be doing, then listen to your heart. And maybe give yourself a little bit of space between those who are in that stage of questioning and trying to defend their opinion of what is right. And give yourself a little bit of space and know that it's okay to sometimes have, a quieter period of, a certain relationship. Or in other relationships, the dynamics need to change in order for it to actually be healthy again. So it's also a great time to reassess who are in your life and what are they adding to it. Do you feel good after talking to them? Are there sensitive topics that you just can't bring up because you'll be faced with too much reaction, too much emotions from the other end? That's for you to figure out. That's for you to feel. But know that there is people out there, there are tribes, there are communities out there, free and paid, that you can join to actually grow and to support one another and to make this process a really beautiful journey. So I hope that this video has helped you a little bit if you are going through this phase where you are noticing that the people who used to be there for you in your life are now kind of, defending their own opinion, their own position, or maybe you feel like you're being received with a lot of resistance from others. Well, there's another way to it. So we can find our tribe. And if you do want to join the Facebook community, then feel free to join us at femininetribe.com. It's beautiful and it's a safe space to be yourself and to share what you're going through. So I hope that with this video you're able to feel that this doesn't have to be a journey of solitude, and that you don't have to feel lonely in this process, and you're definitely not alone. And this is also a great time to set our boundaries and to feel even more deeply what feels right, what connections do I actually wish to have with others, and how are my internal shifts actually changing the world around me. Because as we change, so will the people around us, so will this world. So we have to adapt to that. So that's just another step to it. And I hope that this video has given you a bit more clarity as to what you could do and what's available to you. So there's no need to feel guilty or to feel lonely, and all your options are there. So thanks for watching, and I hope that this helped you to keep further redefining who you are, you being as a woman, and everything that's possible before us. So I look forward to the next video where we keep tapping into this magnificent being, the uniqueness within you, and bringing that to life. So make sure to give this video a like, a subscribe to my channel if this has helped you in any way at all, and make sure to share in the comments, where is your tribe? Who are you connected with? Who are you in this moment, finding support from? Share with us, and maybe we can tap into each other's networks and build an even bigger community. So have a great one, and hope to see you in the next video. Bye!